video goes along with worksheet 3-2.8. In this equation, we're going to be working with equations in slope-intercept form and standard form. So let's go over here and let's just remind ourselves what the difference is. First off, slope-intercept form. This is y equals mx plus b. Remember that m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, so for example, we could have a problem that was like y equals 2x plus 3. That would mean that the slope was 2 and the y-intercept would be 0, 3. Now, the other type of equation that we're talking about is standard form. And that is ax plus by equals c. Now, this is like if we have a problem that says like 2x plus 4y equals 6. And what we've been working on is taking an equation like this and changing it into the y equals form by, well, I guess I should move this real quick. Like, I want to move this equation and change it into slope-intercept form. So what we've been working on, changing it from standard form, is I would go up here and I would subtract 2x from each side, and I would get 4y equals 6 minus 2x. I would divide by 4, and I would get y equals 6 over 4 minus 1/2 x. That reduces to 1/2. Well, this right here, if I wanted to do it, I could do it a couple ways. I could leave it as 3 over 2 minus 1/2 x. Or, well, and with that, this number right here is my slope, and this is my y-intercept. To where we could rearrange it and have y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3/2, and now we have it in slope-intercept form. Okay, so now what we're going to do, it wants us to write each equation in standard form using integers. See, right now this is in slope-intercept form. I know that my slope is 3 and my y-intercept is 0, 1. Well, to make this go into standard form, I need to move my x over here to the left. So I'm going to draw my line right here, and to do that, I'm going to move the 3x. So I have to do the opposite by subtracting 3x from each side. Now I'm going to get negative 3x plus y, and that equals 1. Well, there it is. ax plus by equals c. A is the number in front of x, which is negative 3. B is the number in front of y. It's not that big a deal to know it, but it's a 1. And c is the number by itself, which is 1. Here's the next one on number 2. You can pause the video and see if you can come up with the right answer. All right, I'm going to move mine around. I need to move this 4x. It needs to go over there. Since it's a positive 4x, I need to subtract 4x from each side. And when I do that, I get negative 4x plus y equals negative 7 because these cancel out. And there it is. That is standard form. ax plus by equals c. Oh, we already did those. Okay, here's number 3. If you haven't done the worksheet already, why don't you pause the video and see if you can come up with the right answer. They said they wanted it in integers. So make sure you're changing this into just a regular number. Into a whole number, sorry. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my x to the left-hand side. I need to get that over there. So I'm going to subtract 2/3 x from each side. Now, remember, these can't go together because that's an x and a y. I'm going to move my line over just a little bit here and kind of tilt it because it's kind of crazy. There we go. I have negative 2/3 x plus y equals, these cancel, and I get 5. Well, that's fine, except for I needed integers in all of them. Well, this is the only one in a fraction, so the way to get rid of this 3 is to multiply the entire equation by 3. So by doing that, basically I would have written it over here, but it doesn't really matter. I'd be doing the distributive property. And by taking 3 times negative 2/3, you can put it in the calculator, but it's going to give you negative 2x, 3 times y, plus 3y, 3 times 5, 15. This is your equation in standard form. Next, let's see, let me erase this, and I'm going to move this over just a tad. All right, there we go. I'm going to draw my line. I am going to subtract 7/2 x from each side. Now I've got negative 7/2 x plus y, and that equals 5. Well, that's fine, but it wanted us, and I mean, technically this is in I guess you could say it was in standard form, but they wanted it all in integers. So we need to get rid of this 2. Since it's divide by 2, the way to get rid of it, the opposite, is to multiply everything by 2. So I'm going to multiply 2 times negative 7/2, 2 times y, 2 times 5, because if you multiply by 1, you have to do it by all of it. So 2 times negative 7 over 2 is negative 7x, 2 times y, plus 2y, 2 times 5, 10. There's your equation in standard form. Okay, now this one says write each equation in slope-intercept form and box your final answer. Okay, if you haven't done this already, pause the video and try it and come back and see how you did. What I need to do here, I need to move my 5x, so I'm going to subtract 5x from each side. I'm going to have negative 3y equals, I'm going to write it as negative 5x plus 15. It doesn't matter if you put 15 minus 5x, it's the same thing. I'm going to divide everything by negative 3. And I get y equals 5/3 x minus 5. The next one, well, first I need to, you should have added 6x to each side. Now I get 3y equals 6x minus 9. I'm going to divide by 3. I get y equals 6 divided by 3 is 2, 2x minus 3. There it is. My slope is 2. My y-intercept is 0, negative 3. This next one over here, let's see, I'm going to move that over just a tad. There we go. All right, so I want you to find the equation of this one in slope-intercept form, and then I want you to tell me what the slope is and what the y-intercept is. First off, I would add 8x to each side, and I get 10y equals 8x plus 40. Now I'm going to divide by 10. I get y equals. Now, if you don't know what this reduces to, you can do 8 divide 10, put 8 and then divide 10, and press math, enter, enter, and it will reduce it for you. You will get 4/5 x plus 4. There's your equation. Well, I told you to tell me the slope and the y-intercept. The slope, which we use the letter m, is 4/5. The y-intercept is 0, 4. Here's the next one. It says, which equation best represents the line graph below? If you haven't done this, pause the video and then come back and see how you did. First off, I would go right here, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see that my y-intercept is 0, -5. Well, my slope, I know my slope has to be, so that's the y-intercept. I know my slope has to be positive because it's going up. Well, up 1 over 1, nope. Up 1 over 2, not quite. It looks like it's up 2, and let's see, over, nope, it's not up 2. Let's see. I'm trying to go up this line right here. Maybe it's here. Up 3 and over up 3. Nope, not quite. It looks like my next point would be right here, which is at 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So up 4 and over 7. So my slope is 4/7. So now I'm trying to find the equation that has that. So first I'm going to go and take the first one. 7x plus 4y equals 35. Let's solve for y. I'm going to subtract 7x from each side. I get 4y equals 35 minus 7x. I'm going to divide by 4. Well, I get y equals, and my y-intercept is -5. Well, is 35 divided by 4, is that -5? Nope. It's not A. So let me erase this. Let's try and find the next one. I need to solve for y. I'm going to try 4x minus 7y equals 35. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to subtract 4x from each side. And I get -7y equals 35 minus 4x. Well, let's see. This might be good. I divide by -7. I get y equals 35 divided by -7. Oh, that's -5. A negative divided by negative is a positive 4/7 x. Y-intercept is -5, and the slope is 4/7. Yep, my answer is B. Here's the next one. Which of the following equations is equivalent to, and it gives us an equation in standard form, and we need to find it in y-intercept. Remember, equivalent is equal to. Okay, so what we need to do is solve for y. So I have -x minus 4y equals -8. If you haven't done it already, pause the video and figure out what the answer is. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add x to each side. I get -4y equals -8 plus x. Well, I'm going to divide by -4, and I get y equals 2 minus 1/4 x. Well, let's see, what if I wrote it another way? I wrote -1/4 x plus 2. Do I have that? There it is. The answer is D. Here's the next one. Pause the video and see if you can figure out what the equation is. Okay, it says, which equation describes a line that passes through the point 4/7 and is parallel to the line? Well, what does it mean when two lines are parallel? When they are parallel, that means they have the same slope. Well, the slope is 3x, so I know I've got an equation. I've got to start off with y equals 3x and then something. Well, that says 1/3 x, not that. 1/3, nope. Oh, -3. Oh, look, there's only one answer left. Well, what I would do is I would go into y equals Okay, and I would go into y1 and put in there 3x minus 5. Go to the table, press second graph, and look in your table and see if you have 4, 7. See, if you're doing this by hand, y equals 3x minus 5. Y equals 3 times 4 minus 5. Y equals 12 minus 5. Y equals 7. And there I have the 0.47. So that means I'm correct.